Hey, this is Blind Fox and welcome at my game playthrough. Please support the channel, please subscribe and please go and donate on patreon.com. So today we are playing again Gunsmith Simulator. We are almost done with the big game. We do have the peacemaker to do if we want to. Let's see where we are. We still need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 researchable things. We need the end of the sandblaster. We need 1 in the woodworking category, 1 in the wood finishing category, and then 1 in the crowning category where we work with the lathe. It is difficult to find out what is the amount of guns that you need to do in this game. It's not written down and there's no list that you can actually go and hunt up. We have done most of the guns, but I'm not sure if we did all of the guns. So there might still be some stuff we didn't do. So I don't think we did it, or we might miss 1 or 2 guns, and that's the problem with this game. There's nowhere you can go to actually see how many of the guns you have missing. Sort of a place where you can go and see how many guns is in the game, what we have missing. But grandfather actually wrote us a letter, and we've missed it. It was written a while ago, as you can see here, and we didn't see it. I don't know why. So here he tells us there is a bomb shelter underneath the house, which we can, old fallout shelter, which we can sort of create into our own little gun room. So we will go and run and see where we can find it. We're running up our stairs. And then we've got where we can take photographs of our rifle, of our firearms. And now we need to actually look for the opening of our room. And that is another little difficult thing, because it's a specific book. And if I can remember, if the cat doesn't bite off my finger in the meantime, I'm not sure exactly where this book is. Ow. And I thought I had it. Where is this book? Because I'm sure I've did this before. I found it, but I just can't find it now. Here we go. That one. Very nice. I thought it was a black book, but it's a red book. So we go, we open this, and we've got a nice empty box. So it is a bit difficult to use. You pay for what you do. So we will be doing some stuff. We've got furniture. There's furniture, there is, see if we can figure this out again. There is floor, and it's got, everything has got a price. So you can see it's quite expensive. We've got a wallet. And do we have a price? If you want wood floor. And where does it say how much it costs? Really difficult to actually see that. Okay, do you want to do this? It costs $200. Yes. Difficult to see, I think, before you play something where it goes. And then you go to the next one. Go back one. How does our... do we want wood? What do we want our walls to look like? So if you are into selecting stuff, you can't move this thing. And it's not really possible to see really how much it is. It's 90 and then you have to look at it. Okay, it cost 150. Yes. Here we've got our gun safe again. But if you're in building mode, you cannot access anything else. So you can do cabinets, there's different cabinets. You can also do difficult to move. Really not easy, and it's a bit annoying. So you can see here you can literally do different stuff. So it's difficult sometimes to just place stuff. And if you want to select between stuff, it's more difficult. So you've got guns like that, guns like that. There's boards, there's cabinets, there's stands. So let's go for a cabinet, I think, but just a better one. And to find the one you actually need, There is a way to actually turn this thing, and no, I don't want to place that. Yes, because I don't want to do that. And it doesn't want to place. It's a bit difficult, but eventually. How do you turn that? I think turning is that, maybe? Yeah, there we go. There we go, so we can place one of these racks. But it still doesn't always tell you how much you pay for them. So we can build our office this way, and we will eventually do that. So here we go, we've placed one of our things, so we can add some stuff here later. Then you can click on it and add some of your existing guns. We do have our safe, but we don't have any guns that is actually and we don't have any weapons in the safe because we haven't repaired any weapons yet. So we can close here, and then we can actually you can also add some furniture as well. So there is our nice little hideaway for our guns. Our little gun simulator cave. Now you just have to click on it to open it because you found the nice book. Don't really have anything here to do. We only have that where we can take pictures, and you get more money if you take a photograph of your firearm. So we have our nice little gunsmith cave where we can park our nice weapons in a nice secure safe area. Very nice that they have it in an old safe as it was. You can see we do have stuff in the safe, but none of these are actually finished. Let's see, what do we have here? So we've got brown base. This one we did. Colt 17 we did. M4 carbon we did. This one we did. RPG 7 we did. So we've basically completed all of these. So we'll do the peacemaker, a fast peacemaker, because we already did this one. Very nice. So here this one has got 22 parts at the moment, but since we already did disassemble this completely, if we don't want to disassemble everything, you can just do that. It only spares you around a few parts normally. Doesn't really make a difference, I think, on how much you earn. So we'll remove all of the parts that we need to do. I actually like to remove this first, but we'll start there. I forgot to remove the cylinder first. I actually like to do that if I work on a gun, is to take out the cylinder first. Or the anyway, take out our that first, so we'll then do the rest. Because normally you will remove your barrel, I think, last, because it's normally takes some work in a vise. That's something they can also add, is a vise to your workbench for the stuff that you struggle with removing. For example, if they ever, I don't know if they have one of some of these machine guns where you actually remove the barrels frequently. Sort of your light machine guns, if they ever have one of those where you actually remove the barrels. I mean, that you do not need a vise for. You can do that in the field as is. But for the stuff you need a vise for, it would be cool if you can actually have a vise. And this is a gun like, now all of the guns you have extra parts for. I mean, you've got different disassembly things. I don't think there is one for the Peacemaker, but this is where they could actually bring in 2 assembly pieces. Because this gun, originally I think, I don't know if it's this one or one of the other Colts, they can actually have, because you've got the Colt, these Peacemaker, you've got the Army Colt, you've got the Navy Colt, and I think you've got the Colt Cavalry model. I'm not sure if they are all of them different calibers. I do know the Navy Colt was a smaller caliber. So we've got damaged parts and dirty parts, no missing parts. Would have been cool if you could have and we forgot we could have quick disassembled this. Which I really should have remembered. Very dirty gun, this. And again you can see how nice it cleans up, and actually the wear on some of these pieces. You can see they're nice. See there the wear on this. So this is not, I think, the cap lock version of this gun. This is the actual bullet version. I'm not sure if you had this one ever in cap lock, because I know there was some of the Colts that came out in cap lock and then they moved basically over to making them cartridge fired guns, or to use cartridges, and I think the only thing that you really would change is the cylinder of the gun and a few other parts. I don't think the original changes was that difficult. Again, here with the Colt, I would have liked it to be that you could have, when you choose, you could have the sort of a pearl handled inlay. That would have been nice. especially with some of your older guns and some of your replicas. I mean, it could have been the ivory handled, your pearl inlays, your ivory inlays, your gold inlays, your precious whatever stones they used. You could have had sort of a few of those where you could, you know, change your stones, change your colors, not just the wood. I mean, it's basically just another paint job, but instead of painting with the colors, you could use, you know, different other stuff to paint with, your different gems and so forth. And instead of wood, they could have had your ivory inlays. Again, like a lot of nice guns, you've got these, your handle inlays as well. We've got your gun's name on the handle. And I think this is this for this. Yeah. Got a lot of stuff to oil again. But this is a relatively, and I say relatively here because there is still a lot of little parts still, but it's one of the relatively simple guns. I will hover over some of the parts in a bit so that you can see what you want to see. I've looked on the internet and I've tried to remember, but there is never a place where they literally tells you at the moment, you know, with that update, this is the amount of weapons you could have, basically, if you've got all of the updates installed. And you can see we still cannot disassemble this thing fast. Or assemble it fast, but I forgot you can disassemble this fast, sorry. I will hover over these. So do pause, please. Sorry I cannot actually pause this for you or actually read it for you. It would have been interesting to discuss some of the stuff. But that's the problem, I cannot do that. But you can see it's relatively, I mean, for a if you think about how much many parts some of the other guns have, this one is not that part intensive. Place that, you can't place that yet. Place you. And here most of your parts is basically here. Again, it would have been nice if we had some different models, just so that, I mean, you can see the difference. Because I think it was 0.45 the one, I think the Army and the Cavalry Colt, whatever one, I think they were 0.45. I think the Peacemaker also might have been 0.45. The Navy was 0.38. That is if I can remember correctly from what I've read years ago in books. And I know that's not really a gunsmith thing, but another cool thing would have been if you could make holsters for some of these. That would have been interesting as well. So look at the patterning on this. Very nice. There you got the Colt logo. We've got our cylinder. And then the Colt is one of the nice. They could have also, another gun they could have had is the Smith & Wesson. I think that's a break open Colt as well. Or that's a break open revolver. So we're not going to shoot this one at the range because you can see I can never remember which one is single and double action. I mean, this is a double action, you have to pull the... I always get confused with them. So this is going to take a while to actually do, to get all of these at the same level. Now it's literally just you open, you close, and this is the rest of the game. It's fun. It's not very exciting, as it were. But I think this is, we've done all of them. Yeah, so far we've done all of them. Let's just go and see how much. I'm not gonna want to do a gun that we already researched. So this one we've done, that one we've done. This one we still need to do. I think that one as well. There's two of them we are almost done with. See which ones we've got. Used mini barrel, nice and expensive gun. Or peacemaker. Ah, sorry, 1911. Don't think we've got the 1911. Abandoned model 50A1. So the Grot is another Polish gun. Nothing we really want at the moment to buy here. I think let's go and see what do we have in our safe again. We do have that one. We don't. We can go and buy the 1911. Bit expensive maybe for the 1911 to put in our safe. New. So we're not going to buy the 1911 because it's a new one. It's expensive. Battered, abandoned M59281. Let's just go and see which ones do we have one of those in our safe. Something that would have been nice if you can actually see which ones you have in your safe and which ones you do not. Mossberg we have in our safe. Thompson we have in our safe. So we'll buy this one. Or this one. This one we have. Let's see for that one. It's not. Well, it's a bit expensive. We might not buy you at the moment. We do have money, but we don't know. We'll not go over 2,000 for that one. Go as low as we can. No, we're already a lot. We might not stay over what we want to stay. Oh, we are creeping closer. Oh, we're gonna go over. So did we get it? We did. For a bit more than I wanted to pay, but not for too much more. Seeing that we're not actually going to sell anything. And again, if you wanted to, you could have look here, see if you've got any guns requested, and create your gun as requested. But we'll do one of these before we, I think maybe we could go and hunt over here. Not here, come on, go away. Do we have our 1911? Oh, not this place. I hate it when I do this. Let's see, do we have our 1911? Which one do we have? No. What we do have is this. I want to take it out. So this one we do not have an option of but we can the quick disassemble configurations. We've got the replica, which we have, and then there is the antique, and I haven't seen a lot of antiques. They are really, really rare. Here the only thing you can really change is the wood. And since we do have, we'll keep this one just as simple as we can. And we can do this. We'll only remove the stuff we need. Only dirty parts. So relatively easy to clean this. So we can store a safe. Or we can configure it here. So we could go and change some of the stuff. These are really nice and shiny. And we can go here and we can do this. Nice lot of cleaning parts here. Sort of give you, sometimes get you back if you don't have a lot of cleaning or work on the guns. You have a lot of parts you actually have to oil. Very nice. And go and look at our other videos. I will remember to go and actually go through them and see, write down which guns we did where. So now it's done. Now we need to assemble this thing. Quick assemble. And we're done. So we have this is it is a disassembly challenge, which we might do. Since we are here, I don't think we've actually ever done this. So let's see. And now you can see it doesn't show you what to remove. And it will tell you when you make mistakes. I don't know if you have got, there is a certain amount. We've got time as well. This assembly challenge is much more difficult than some of the rest of the challenges, because you can't really see, as you can do with some of the others, easily see where the little things is you need to remove. There it is. And then you have to look for it, which is a bit difficult. You can see them, but not as clearly. Bit more difficult. Oh, come on, just lift up so that I can actually turn you around. This is what I want to remove. There we go. I'm not really gonna rush through this because this is difficult for me. Let's just put it down again because it's easier. Come on. I suck. I really suck. You see, it doesn't show you which to remove first. I know more or less, but just to find the things. Especially since they are not really very much delineated in this form. Oh, come on. I suck with this today. And it's really difficult here, then again, to spot the pieces, to see what you have selected, what you still need. Here this really helps because a lot of the pieces are together. If you are missing something, it's most likely nearby. This one is done. What are we missing? Sear spring. Where is the sear spring? Is it on here, I think? Yeah, there it is, I think. Is it that? There we go. And if you think that I don't spot stuff as fast as I should, well, I don't have perfect vision. There we go. So, not good. Not good at all. Mistakes, they will count against you. They will add a second for each mistake you do. Disassembly. So now we need to actually assemble it again. How lovely. So we will start here. Oh, come on. There we go. That's better. Is a bit more difficult, but what I don't like, it is a bit difficult sometimes to see where the stuff connects, as it were. For example, this barrel is much easier to fit on the gun than other barrels are. Oh, come on. From newer guns, I mean, this one just slipped in places. So I would like to have the vise. So that you know what uses actual large pieces to fit. I mean, or to force, for that matter, to actually get rid of the stuff. Why does it look as if I'm gonna get my first cold for this winter? I hope it's just a sinus infection or something small. And the only thing we need really is to do that. What else do we need? Where is it? And that doesn't always also work. There we go. Fix you there. Well, we assembled it faster, we made a little fewer mistakes. And we got some increase, a little bit of increase in our leaderboard. How bad did we do? 102. There is 100. 102 out of 110, more or less. Not bad, people. Very bad. In fact, not very good. But then we didn't really chase this. So we did add a little bit of things there. So you can increase your skill by playing the disassembly challenge. We actually want to store it in safe. Store in safe. Okay, wait, hang on, I don't want to. We want to go and assemble and do this. Do that. One back. There we go. Pre-disassembling. Leave for now. Take up gun. And you can see we cannot put it back like we did the others. We can go and paint it, but we have to go and actually put them It's basically the stations where you do, and then you do the store in safe. Yes, I do want to. So this looks as if we did get some stuff. So now we will go and run up into our little Gunsmith cave. Open it. Very nice. Wonder why there isn't a connection between our little gunsmith stash over there. You can see now we've finished this one. So we can now remove it, take it out, carry it over here and see can we add it there. Okay, is not suitable. So you can't place every gun here in every little storage space. So we will need a different one. Let's see, do we need this? Is this one of the things we can store it in? It's not that one, it's not that one. It might be, I don't know. I think this might be the gun just where you put rifles, and they don't say what you can place there. But it looks the same. We still have a good chunk of things in our reserve, and we want to add, we'll use the red for now. We want to have it nice and equal to that. Yes, so we'll see if any of these cabinets will work. Then we'll choose another thing. We can get some info about the gun. It's a bit easier to read here. Customization doesn't show you any. Okay, click on it, you'll take it out again and see what it does. Do we want to live here? You can put, yeah, we can put it there. This one will work for it. So now we can add maybe a lovely chair. We're not gonna put on tables or anything. We want a nice sofa. We'll do the nice leather one. One of these, I think. A sofa. A wide sofa. A sloped something or other. Mid-century sofa. We'll just do a normal lovely little sofa. How does this look? Maybe not. Doesn't really look as if it is appealing to me. The wide sofa maybe? Oh, we'll just pop it here. is a bit more difficult to place stuff. There we go, we've got our sofa here. There, half of our little gun room is done. Not gonna put any plants in here. Means we just have to actually go and water them. So you can arrange all of your lovely guns when you are finished with that, or you can come and take pictures of them and then sell them on the open market. After you play with them first. And besides just doing that, you can of course take one of your guns if you finish with them out of your safe and going to actually work on them. So we'll look at our MSB Groot, not really finished yet, but we are just gonna store it in the safe. Here we've got two with the C16F-A2 with I lock in our lock panel, so there is some stuff you can change. Mounted, you can change that depending what you want, but we're just gonna do it stored in safe for now. Yes. And then if you actually complete your gun, you can take it out for a nice little shootout. As I said, all of these we did do. Model 1911. So this is, we are almost at the end game, unless there is more guns coming in. But Grandad, I don't think will send us, haven't sent us any more things. Can do quick disassemble. Got some missing, broken, whatever stuff. So if you want to read some learn some new stuff, that is basically, I think, mostly all of the guns. And because they don't give you a list to see, have you completed all of the guns you have actually access to, that would have been nice. If they could have given you a list, what is in the game, or available, what you have access to, or at least not maybe all of the guns in the game, since if you don't have the extension packs, you can always buy the extensions. You can see on, I know on Steam which you have, and in the game which you have. But if they could have shown you, I mean, you have access to, say, 10 guns, and it's more than 10 guns, and you have researched 9 of them, then you know, okay, at least you are missing one. But they don't do that. They don't show you how much you have access to at a time. And that I would have changed. I mean, how accurate they are, I am not a gun expert, and you do not need to be a gun expert to play this game. It's literally a fun thing. It's like a big puzzle game. And that's what I like about it. It's literally just a weird puzzle game with a difference. And I actually do like little games that's got interesting little puzzle-y things to do. It's not always I get a puzzle that I can do that easily. And if it doesn't work the first time, just click very lightly on this. Then we might actually end up, there we go, get this stuff done. Now it is interesting, and as I said, I would have liked it if I could actually read the stuff better, but that's just me, I can't read it, other people can. And it's nicely relaxing to just sit and figure out which part is where, even if you know the gun already. Take it apart, clean the parts, go and brush them up, make new ones, get new ones, and get enough money for you to build up your own collection. And that also would have been nice if you could have seen, you know, in the your safe at least. They could make the safe so that you could see if you don't have a gun. And they really, you know, you can. I know there's more than just the typical part of guns, because you get different configurations of a gun. And that would have been nice as well. They have sort of a base gun, which ones you've done, you know, where you go and see the amount of stars. They can have a 0-star category, where they can show you which guns is in the game and you haven't done them, or you have access to anyway and haven't done them yet. It would have been nice. And then in your safe, maybe, if you want to, if you've got a Colt configured in a certain way, or a certain gun configured in a certain way, do you have, if you want a gun of every sort configured in every way, so that you can keep track of which ones you have, how are they configured, what do we miss, what do we have. Just a better way to keep track of what you did to your, I mean, what is available and what you can, what else you can do. But overall, the rest is nice. You can see Grandad didn't write us any more letters, at least. And here the mailing system isn't always that nice as well. There is some problems. Let's see. Firing pin spring. Again, the springs you don't make yourself. So we did actually save money, because we only pay $5 for the parts block. We pay 10 for that. Very good. So we've saved $15, which is good. We only used half of what we were allowed to do. I must say this part has been broken on a lot of guns. This specific part, either broken or missing. As is the springs. They also like to be not here. I mean, I haven't even worked on this gun and now this part, and now I have to oil you. And we don't have a quick assemble yet because this gun we haven't done all of the 3 stars yet. Here is something that I don't know what this. Oh, that wasn't in the. We didn't disassemble that, so you can see there is a few things we didn't disassemble. It looks actually like something we've seen in another gun as well. Undergold 1911. 11 point what? 43 millimeter. What is that? 45 caliber. Which is interesting, they have everything in millimeters. I mean, we live in my country, we've got both the millimeters and we've got the inches markings on some stuff. Don't know in other countries if they have the same, I presume so. Cool, not as integrated as some of Browning's other designs, but then again they did have quite nice features, which later got incorporated, I think, in the Browning, what is it, high power. And the reason they wasn't incorporated in some of the early ones is they had a patent, and Colt had the patent for them, so he couldn't incorporate it in some of his other stuff. We could go to the range, not really gonna go there now. There we go. So we did end up only spending $10, but this doesn't count if you spend money on the CNC machine. It doesn't count in the end model here. You do spend it from your money though, but it doesn't. You don't spend it from the client's money. That's the big difference. You spend it from your money, not from the client's money, which is a bit annoying. I would have liked it to spend it from the client's money, just because, I mean, hey, he pays for the part in the end. He doesn't give you any whatsoever. Brown base, yes, yes, nothing here. We've done all of that in one grant. AKM. So all of this we did. So that's anyway basically the end of our So this one is just a customization. But we still have to, disassemble the thing. Maculate isn't really worth our while doing at the moment because we've literally done everything we can do to this gun, so it's fun to do them. Requires manual work with wire. So this one is that requires maintenance work. So this is also a gun that will not take us that long because yes, we've done it before. Yes, it is at tier 3. And this video is a bit long today already. It is already over an hour, but let's see, it's an hour 6. Hit the gun, do the gun, around the hour 6 between that and 7 when we started this. Between me losing my these pistols, sometimes they don't give you the caliber. Quick disassemble. Don't have to assemble everything. Dirty, rusty. Leave table. Yes. Sorry about my being sounding a bit funny, but was in town today and some people was smoking nearby and I'm allergic to smoke. I hate it why people have to smoke in the entrance of a shop. I mean, if you want to go and smoke, just go and smoke there where there isn't other people. Not everybody wants to breathe in your smoke, so really, by all means, go and smoke somewhere you are not close to other people. I'm allergic to all smoke. Which sucks because in fire season where I live, it gets a bit interesting. And I'm trying to work as fast as I possibly can. Oh, I've not done something. What did I miss? What did I miss? I've missed something because we've done these, we've done this. What did we miss? What did we miss to do? I'm not seeing anything we've missed. Haha, hang on, not something we missed. We forgot to this. Yeah, okay. Dum 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 dum. Now I've wasted a bit of time, and again, some of these little pieces are difficult to see, where you have to click on them. So quick assemble. We'll run over here, pop it out, pull you back, pull you back full, flip. So we got a nice little reward. We didn't spend any money on this. And we do have master status. So this is basically what you do for this game. Is that. There is more stuff. There is request again. Request is difficult for me, because it's really difficult to see what you need to do. And we haven't really done a request yet. That's what will help if you have... See, you can do some photographs and then it looks like this when you have a nice back screen to it. We did do the QBZ, all of this we did, the car we did. So we basically, I think, did mostly all of the guns in this game. Browning, Derringer, did we do the Ruger Precision? I think we did the Desert Eagle, yes, it's a cool gun. Arasaka we did, VIS we did. Let's go see if we did the Ruger Precision. Maybe that one we haven't done yet. Let's see, Ruger, where is Ruger? Did we do the Ruger Precision? No, I can't see it there. Barrel, STG, VIS, RPG. Yeah, we did do the Ruger Precision. So I think we did all of the guns in the game at the moment. I think there is quite a few guns, and we've completed 2 of them. Peacemaker, the Model 1910 we almost did. This one we almost did, the Thompson. So we are getting ahead in some of the stuff. Yeah, we haven't done anything yet, so this is basically then what we're going to do. There's no new models. As you can see, I think we did the Derringer before. We'll get that for next time. Desert Eagle. So stuff we can do next time. So now all we do is we assemble everything until we get new guns. So I might just leave off this for a bit. Did we do the Mosin Nagant? Now that I'm seeing this one, did we do the Mosin Nagant? Yeah, we did do the Mosin Nagant. So I think we really did all of the guns in this game. So thanks for watching. So I might skip this game for a week or so. I might just come in anyway, so for a bit there might not be new guns. I'll go through all of my other games and see which new guns we did. Maybe which guns we did overall, I don't know. But this is basically what we're gonna do. What you will do in Gunsmith Simulator. You can go and edit your basically make money and buy every gun in the game for you. Then you can go and actually fix stuff up. we do have the mouse, and actually in our, I mean, if you have the Thompson here, let's see, the Thompson is a good example of this. When you put it down there and you go to customize configuration, you've got different little configurations you can do. Besides the different woods, now what I wonder, and I'll see next time I'll do that, might see what happens if you can actually do create, but for that we I think need to first do a gun or get one to fully established for that. But anyway, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Please support the channel, please subscribe, please go donate on patreon.com. Go and check out my Russian review channel and see my next gameplay through. Thanks for watching.